Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today our group will briefly explain about GMP. What does it mean by GMP? A good manufacturing practice or GMP logo is a certificate rewarded by the Ministry of Health Malaysia (MOH) for food premise operators involving the process of processing, packaging, storage and the distribution of food. Good manufacturing practice guideline also cover the manufacturing activities from receiving of the incoming raw materials until the delivery of food to the customer. And GMP is very important as it forms the foundation of all major food safety management systems such as HACCP and ISO 22000.
Okay, hello everyone. Now I'm going to explain to you guys about the 5 main components of good manufacturing practice. So there are 5 P's that we need to remember in GMP, which is the first P is people, the second P is products, the third P is processes, the fourth P is procedure, and lastly the fifth P is premises. So we move on to the first P, which is people. Okay, all employees need to follow regulations during the processes, and all employees need to take a GMP training so that they can understand their responsibilities and roles well. And the second P is products. When we talk about product, we need to make sure that the products need to undergo a quality assurance such as testing and comparison. It is before distributing the products to consumer. And the third P is processes. So processes needs to be clear and consistent, and the processes paper needs to be distributed to all employees. And the fourth one is procedure. So procedure is a set of guidelines for the processes to follow in order to achieve a consistent result. And lastly, the fifth piece is premises. So premises need to be clean all the time to avoid any cross contaminations, and the equipment used must be properly stored and calibrated frequently in order for the products to get an accurate and consistent result.
About GMP standard. GMP demand a quality approach to manufacturing, allowing the manufacturers to reduce or completely get rid of contamination, models and mistake. This safeguards the customer from buying a product that is infective or even harmful. Business that violate GMP law risk serious penalties such as product recalls, fine and jail time. Secondly, most of the GMP requirements are very general and open-ended, and these offer a lot of flexibility, but the manufacturer must also interpret the requirements in a way that makes sense for each distinct company. And lastly, GMP also sometimes referred as CGMP, and the C represent for current, reminding that manufacturer must use innovative technologies and systems to abide by the law. As an example, on June 1, 2022, the Senior Minister of International Trade and Industry (MITI) has authorized MS 1514-2022 and update to MS 1514-2009. Additionally, MS 1514 also offer crucial requirements and rules that food handlers have to stick in order to create products that are safe for consumption. Facilities, operations, cleanliness and transportation are few of them. And next, I will pass to the next presenter to continue.
What are the requirements for GMP logo application? There is 5 general requirements that you need to know to apply for a GMP logo. First thing first, food premises must be registered with Ministry of Health through the website https://foodsim.moh.gov.my. Next, food premises also need to be licensed with the local authority such as MPSJ or MBSA, which stands for Majlis Bandaraya Shah Alam or Majlis Bandaraya Subang Jaya. Or you can get an approval from government agencies such as Food Quality Control Division (FQCD) or Ministry of Health (MOH). But this is all an exception for food premises that is maintained by the government. Besides that, premises also must be registered with the Companies Commission of Malaysia (SSM), which also stands for Syarikat Suruhanjaya Malaysia. But also, this is an exception for premises that is maintained by the government. Next, the GMP system must be implemented at least 3 months prior to application because the GMP logo approval might take some time. Lastly, food premises must comply with relevant laws and regulations in Malaysia such as Food Act 1983 or Food Regulations 1985. Now let's talk about how much does the GMP logo cost. For a large industry which consists of more than 150 full-time employees and with annual sales of more than 25 million, the GMP logo should cost them around 9,800 in total, including renewal application, new application, and also surviving application. Next, for SME, which also stands for Small and Medium Enterprise, with less than 150 full-time employees and also with less than 25 million annual sales, the GMP logo should cost them for 7,700 ringgit in total. Lastly, for micro enterprise, with less than 5 full-time employees and annual sales of less than 250,000 ringgit, the GMP logo should cost them for 5,700 ringgit. For my opinion, this GMP certificate is compulsory for all the food premises because there is no expiry date for the certificate.
Lastly, I will talk about the benefits of the GMP logo. Firstly, when you have the GMP logo, it is easy for you to get export certificates such as Certificate of Free Sale, GMO certificates, HACCP and MEST. Secondly, the existence of the GMP logo on your product also strengthens other quality assurance such as ISO, HACCP, and Halal certificate, which means that when you have the GMP logo, it assures and customers will know that your product has the best assurance. Next, the GMP logo on your product makes it known to people that you are competing with other countries in the global food market. Lastly, the GMP logo ensures that the Malaysian food industry complies with domestic and foreign food standards for food products. That's all from us. Thank you for listening.